Gay missed his first extra point attempt, and this one gets blocked.
They're not looking for those big explosives in this offense.
From the 42, play action as Winston steps up, nowhere to go, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
Cousins with time. Can't find anybody. The Giants find him. Dexter Lawrence leads the way with a sack.
He can run any route that he wants to. He's made that play famous.
Good work that time by the Giants defensive front. That's a loss of 3 as Marcus Golden came in with a tackle for loss. After Cooper's first catch of the half, Lawrence able to stack things up against Zeke with Big Tomlinson as well.
The best defenders that nobody talks about. Son, pretty good player in Minnesota.
Trubisky turns it loose, batted in the air, and a diving attempt. Is that an interception or not? I think they are saying no.
The Giants, I'm taking 86 Ertz away and make someone else beat me.
3rd down and 5. Ball is batted, as is Wentz. That was Dexter Lawrence.
That's why you stack those guys so you can't get a press.
Keenum on in relief of the starter Haskins, who is injured, and dropped immediately is Peterson by the big man. There's another mountain of a man.
Roethlisberger steps up. Can't get him to the ground yet, but now they sling him down.
That's the thing when you're going through this transition for the Giants. It's about athleticism, but it's also being a smart football player.
Nowhere to run for the 49ers. Jeff Wilson Jr. runs in a wall of Dalvin Tomlinson.
Showing some pressure on the bottom side. He was close to Cooper Kupp.
I feel like the big brother, and they're all my little ducklings.
As Wentz steps up, pulls it down, and down he goes. Turned it into a 1-yard gain, Aaron.
And when they were rushing 3 right there, they couldn't get near that spot. 1st down and 10. Pitch to Fournette. Smacked in the backfield by Blake Martinez back to midfield. Going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
All right, thanks, Shannon. Saw action in one game earlier this season back in October against the Rams. Starts the second half by handing it off to Antonio Gibson. Leonard Williams, first Giant to make contact.
Wentz, pressure coming. Wentz in trouble. Wentz is sacked.
4th and 2. The backfield is empty. Pass is deflected and incomplete.
They never miss a game, do they? Last since 17. Unbelievable.
Goal runs to the left, and Blake Martinez comes up to take care of Nick Chubb. 2nd and 11. Mayfield is chased, and of course we bring it up. And he goes down as the ball comes out, but he was down first.
48. Feels like they left half the team back in Pittsburgh. 2nd down and 6. Delayed handoff to Pollard, and he's brought down by Lawrence.
2nd and 10 from the Giants 37. Winston was under pressure. Able to get rid of it, and a nice tackle. It's Lawrence again who makes the play to wrap up Tony Jones Jr.
Rams playing with some tempo. On 3rd down. Stafford running out of time, and he's wrapped up and brought down. Leonard Williams in on it. They bring 4. Walker tripped up and down he goes. It is Dexter Lawrence.
2 tight ends, 9th play of the drive. Jacobs in, 3rd and 1. Oh, wrapped up. Dexter Lawrence got him and devoured him.
Pulling that ball, making the completion. Big time throw by Hurts.
Now back to the ground. Scott lost the football. Julian Love has it. A key turnover here in the 4th with 1:34 to play. Herbert trying to avoid the pressure. There's Dexter Lawrence. Antonio Gibson spins, and then he's thrown down right away. Dexter Lawrence was there.
So 2nd and 10. Giants putting a bunch of guys up around the line of scrimmage. Here comes DJ Moore. Nowhere to go. It's Jahad Ward bringing him down for a loss. Showed pressure. They bailed out. Mayfield climbs the pocket. Able to get close. The ball comes out as Dexter Lawrence knocks him out of bounds. They spot him about a yard short. On 3rd down, Giants bring in pressure. Fields is sacked by Dexter Lawrence. Fitzpatrick saying, I'm 6'3", 313. I'll just get in the way. Fields in trouble. And pulled down by Dexter Lawrence, who's been everywhere in this first half.
3rd and 8. 4-man rush. Pressure coming. Rodgers in trouble. Down he goes. Dexter Lawrence with his 3rd sack of the year.
There he is. The big fella doing the dance, too. I mean, that guy's got great feet.
Look in that direction. Rodgers batted up at the line. Diving attempt for the pick, and it's incomplete. Tay Crowder almost got that one on the dive, and it brings up 4th and 2.
Kenyon Drake has had a big first half. Jackson pump. Jackson is sacked at the 5. Dexter Lawrence. They send the pressure, and Lawrence gets to the QB.
We've had some guys on the offensive line on both sides dropping right now.
Handoff Robinson, and the Giants got him that time. Here comes a flag after the play ended as he was brought down at the 46-yard line.
They absolutely have to hit him.
Dameon Pierce coming off a 139-yard rushing effort against the Eagles. He gets the call, and the Giants are ready for him. They swarm, led by Henry Mondu, called up from the practice squad. 3rd and 11, opening drive for Houston. Burkhead in the backfield for pass protection. Mills spins out of trouble. Mills trying to break away. Cannot. The Giants get to him. 109 yards through the air for Davis Mills. Fake the handoff. Mills steps up, and Mills gets crushed. Dexter Lawrence the 2nd.
I'm looking at this man as see if he can get more pressure.
Here they come. 3rd down and 13, and Heineke is sacked for the 4th time today.
Doxson's in motion. Heineke, 5 options. Looking for space to get rid of it. He's brought down. Dexter Lawrence got there. The ball came out, but they say he was down, so no Leonard Williams recovered.
Fake the screen, back to Cook, and a nice play by Dexter Lawrence, the Pro Bowler, for the first time this season.
There's the 11th play of the drive. With the empty backfield and Thibodeau. But the pressure up the middle, this time it's from Dexter Lawrence. Bulldozing his way for the sack, back at the 30.
And now Cook is taken down, so interesting on the decline for the penalty, and then the 3rd and 9 conversion. Blitz coming. Hand off, and that is stopped. Jalen Smith was coming on the blitz, and he made the tackle on the way there.
And the offense has really progressed.
There's DeMercado. Boy, he got swallowed up. There's big Dexter Lawrence, along with the rest of the front.
On 2nd down, here comes the pressure. McFadden is there, and Dexter Lawrence and McFadden combine on the sack. Here comes the pressure. Pinnock on a blitz, and the Giants get there. Thibodeau and Lawrence combine on the sack.
To protect in the passing game, using the screen game is helpful.
Howell looking to throw. Steps up, and down he goes again. Lawrence, Okereke, and Thibodeau all meeting in the backfield for the Giants' 6th sack. Wilson in trouble, and down he goes. A sack for the Giants defense, and a late flag comes out.
Mekhi Becton's going to get called for an unsportsmanlike conduct here on Kayvon Thibodeau.
We saw Pinnock return 102 yards for a touchdown in Miami earlier this season. 3rd down and 8. Howell under pressure. Down he goes. Dexter Lawrence gets up and celebrates his 4th sack of the season. It's his 3rd against Washington.
I thought you were setting me up, Kenny. You always set me up with those good ones.
3rd down and 10. Here's Howell rolling right. Fires downfield. And there is takeaway number 5. Darnay Holmes comes up with the interception. His 2nd of the season.
He does. Love the sack. They rush 4 and they get home. Swift stays on his feet. Out the back door he goes. Into the end zone. DeAndre Swift blown up. Micah McFadden and Dexter Lawrence there to blow that thing up from the start.
By the Rams, be ready for one of those corner cats at some point from Wink Martindale.
Kyron Williams trying to bounce to the outside, slips through contact, but Dexter Lawrence there to finish him off. DJ Davidson forced him to the outside
because they're not pushing anything downfield.
It's a running play, Gainwell, and they gang up on him.